The energy for the museum has been building, not just with our visitors, but among the team behind the scenes as well. And it just like a snowball rolling downhill, it is building upon itself.
Right now we have probably the first time in the organization's history that we have fully professional staff. So it's all people that are trained in museum. The change from it being just a group of community people that wanted to save stuff, the growth has been exponential and very cool to watch, and I think it's only going to keep doing that.
Well, I was really excited because I just took this job in November of 2023, and one of the first things when I started talking to the museum was learning about the Picnics and Parades exhibit. So I was super excited with it being our 100th anniversary that we were going to have an exhibit like that. I so appreciate this exhibit and the future ones that they're putting together that highlight the Coast Guard and our history.
We were thinking about how to make this celebration last a little bit longer, especially because some of these artifacts are on loan. We won't be able to keep them forever. Others, there may not be another good opportunity for us to display them for a while. So one of the things that we thought about doing was kind of getting the digital photos and getting a really 3D scope perspective of it and then putting it online so that it could live forever.
That way, somebody at home on the computer, who lives far away, or in years in the future after the exhibits have been taken down, will be able to click through the exhibit and essentially have an experience like as if you were walking through it. And all you need is an internet connection.
I loved the boat back there. That's one of the rescue boats from many, many years ago where the Coast Guard members had to go out and row in terrible weather, powered by their strength only. To go out and rescue people, which I can't imagine doing in rough weather. So it fascinates me to look at that and to think about how they had to use that and the weather they had to go out here, especially in Lake Michigan when it's never warm. And the clothing they had was not what we have now. So yeah, I love the boats. But when I first met with the museum staff about the Picnics and Parades exhibit, that's when I learned about the collection and the archives and just all the things that you had that I was not aware of.
Not every object is going to be displayed at the museum. It's going to be stored out here at Carc in the warehouse where we keep it safe and preserved for future generations to be able to research and study. We have over 70,000 objects within the collection that almost all have to deal with Northwest Ottawa County history. Interacting with people and helping them find information about their history, whether they're doing genealogical research or property research or just working on a history project. We've had researchers come in that they want to learn about the area, that they're writing for a novel. They want to learn about ancestors that have lived in the area. Just helping people find those answers and understand their past. That's probably my favorite aspect of the job.
For me, it's the love of your community, where your community started, where it is today, how it got there, and then the stories of the people, that genealogy piece, the stories of your community.
The kids really respond the most and really well to our exhibits on the main floor. They're immersive. You can walk inside of them and you can touch things. You can sit down on the beds in the logging camp. You get to go into the Victorian house. And so it's the immersive nature that they can interact with is what really draws them and gets them excited.
There's some museums that are not engaging, and the museum focuses on all ages, that a 6-year-old should be able to get something, an 80-year-old should get something, and all in between. It draws people in to our specific area of West Michigan.
We did a segment last year on Ferrisburg specifically. I think that was awesome, and the way that we can bring in different parts of our community here in Northwest Ottawa County.
When we were in the parade, the Coast Guard Festival Parade, we had a kid who had participated in our classroom curators program, point me dead in the face and go, "Yeah, Tri-Cities Museum!" He was really excited. It's stuff like that I really love.
A lot of our students, while they came predominantly from Grand Haven, really weren't in the same circles or weren't friends outside of here. So to see them not only make connections within them, but also together make connections with the people within the museum, people that were visiting the museum, and also working on those social skills and conversational skills with people that they don't usually talk to. It was really exciting.
I just look forward to seeing what's coming next. I'm always a huge proponent of of this local museum and coming through. And every time my family comes back, my kids as adults love to just walk through and see this museum every time and see what's new.
I think it's really important that we have this resource in our community where people can come, you know, whether they're from here or from out of town, and really see what the Tri-Cities are about.
I'm really excited to be on the board today because of where I see the museum heading and the big things that we have on the horizon.
My vision for the museum 100 years from now would be an inclusive place with a wealth of information where all people from the community can come to experience history, to learn about the past, to celebrate and plan for the community's future, a place for children of high-level education, and really serving visitors of all ages.
And I think the more we can capture people's stories and lives and let other people see what this community was like years ago, there's not always going to be people around that can say, I remember when that was this. So the more we can capture that stuff, the better.
Cool. Anything else you want to add, Tom?
Go library or museum. Why do I say library?
Go library.
Yeah, go to the library.
We're putting that in.
Go to the library.